Live from Veterans Stadium, the Colonels of Strong Vincent against the Falcons of Central, our game of the week on Channel 35. Strong Vincent has won the toss. We'll see Central get the football for the first time, Jim.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see if they kick to Roosevelt Benjamin, Gary. He's coming on so well as a running back.
Chuck Carson, Randy Carson, his younger brother, Roosevelt Benjamin, the deep man. Big kick by Tatum, and Chucky Carson will field it at his 8. Comes across the field, and they throw a reverse, and Roosevelt Benjamin wide open on the left side of the field, across the 40. He's across midfield. Roosevelt Benjamin is going to break the opening kickoff for a touchdown for Central. My, what a start for the Falcons.
I meant to say, Gary, if they don't kick to him, maybe they'll hand it to him. Unbelievable. What a call by Joe Tarasovich. Stunning beginning.
Vincent was so fired up coming down the field on the kickoff. Chucky Carson got the ball at the 8-yard line, gave it to Roosevelt Benjamin, and he went 90 yards for a touchdown. Let's watch it again.
Excellent kick by Donnie Tatum. Carson takes it, gives it to Benjamin. You can see him point to the one Vincent player that can get to him, and that's Tatum, and he blows right by him. Tatum, the kicker.
Wow, what a great call by Joe Tarasovich. It has stunned Strong Vincent to open up this football game. And the extra point by Joe Salvaghi as he tries to put the Falcons up 7-0. The ball is down, the kick is up, and it is good?
No, it's
no good.
Blocked by Andy Tamlin.
Andy Tamlin got the block. 6-0 in favor of the Falcons. We'll be right back in just a moment.
I want a new Toyota Corolla.
We can make it happen. We can make it happen.
Your Toyota dealer can make it happen with year-end clearance prices when you buy or lease a 94 Corolla. The Car Auto Week magazine calls the Lexus of its class.
We can make it happen.
Get Corolla dependability, room for 5, and your best clearance deal. We can make it happen now.
All right, a new Corolla. That's terrific. Amazing.
Joe Buffalino has to be a bit concerned, Jim, after a 90-yard opening kickoff return for Central.
You can look how calm he is now, but I'll tell you what, the man is churning inside. He's telling his team right now, listen, we just got to settle down, get a drive.
Now, we've seen Central twice with onside kicks in these games. They start every kickoff in this fashion. And now Joe Tarasovich throwing, it looks like a mouthpiece out to one of the Central kickoff men. There are the deep men for Vincent, as now they will receive the football. Number 3 is Theo Hammond, the deepest man. Here's the set by Central. Joe Salvaghi is the kicker. 6-0 Central. A low line drive kick that is taken by Hammond at the 15. Comes up over the 30, up over the 35, still moving, and fouls his way out to the 38-yard line. So good field position for Strong Vincent to open things up. 6-0 in favor of Central.
Great field position, Gary. You're going to see the wing tee at its finest.
Tonight's starting lineups brought to you by your local Toyota dealers, the Colonel's offensive line, and they feature some big backs. Brian Byers is 280, Pat Testrake 210, Rich Blatt is 280. So some big boys up front for Strong Vincent, Jim.
And Blatt and Byers been on the varsity since 9th grade, Gary. They have experience.
Same with Mike Myotis, the quarterback. He was a starter as the freshman in 1992. He's only a junior this year, and he gives it straight ahead to the fullback. That is Brad Orlando, and Orlando gets to the 40-yard line before he's tackled on the play. Number 6 for Central makes the stop. That is Bashan Stewart.
Gary, Vincent just wants to put good drives together, but what was my prediction before the game? The team that scores from the longest distance will win.
And they have already gone 90 yards for a kickoff return. The offensive backfield for the Colonels. Myotis, as we mentioned, a third-year starter. Donnie Tatum averaging just under 100 yards a game. It's a talented offensive squad for Strong Vincent. They're behind 6-0. Myotis looks to throw, fires to the right, threw it beyond his intended receiver. Incomplete. It was intended for Mike McIntyre on the far side of the field. Chris Moss was defending on the play. Makes it 3rd and 8.
Eric Curlette with real good pressure as Myotis had very little time to throw the ball.
Myotis, as we mentioned, began his quarterbacking career as a freshman the year after Strong Vincent won the state championship. As Coach Joe Buffalino, in instructing his squad, has built this team back to vying for a Metro League title in their bracket, as well as perhaps a district title down the road. 3rd down and 8. Ball at the 41-yard line. Myotis, play action fake. Down the middle. Has a man wide open. 1st down across the 40 down to the 38-yard line. That is Donnie Tatum who catches the football, and Chris Moss makes the tackle. Check that. That is Brad Orlando who catches the football.
Gary, play action on 3rd and 8. I really didn't think it would work, but it froze the central linebackers. You'll see the play fake. Myotis has Orlando straight down the middle as the play action really froze the central linebackers.
Oh, and Myotis has a good arm as Brad Orlando found the seam in the secondary for Central. Picked up the 1st down, 39-yard line. Pitch to Tatum. Has the corner at the 40. At the 35, puts his head down and is bounced out of the 34-yard line. Bashan Stewart, the first Falcon defender to meet him on the play, but a nice gain by Donnie Tatum, about 6 yards.
Gary, Donnie Tatum averaging just about 11 yards per carry, so to go 3 plays without getting the ball in his hands was a shock, but I think Vincent will get it to him in the next few plays again.
Tatum came into this game having scored 34 points for this Colonel squad, 284 yards on 24 carries. So he is definitely their big play man when it comes to the ground game. 2nd down, and we'll call it about 4 yards to go. Ball at the 33-yard line. Straight ahead give to the fullback. Ball is on the ground. Fumble, and Central has recovered at the 36. Somebody put a big hit on the fullback, and I believe number 33 is the man who recovered it, Mike Quarter, as he runs off the field, and Central has the football.
Gary, Myotis never got the handoff with the ball carrier. I don't know if he was supposed to read. If he was reading that time, he made the wrong read.
The Metro League Game of the Week is being brought to you by Taco Bell, Cross the Border, and by Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Central now, after receiving the opening kickoff and running it back 90 yards for a touchdown, their first offensive series, they give the ball to Carson. Chucky Carson breaks a tackle. Chucky Carson fumbles the ball. It's loose. Let's see who has it this time. The Colonels have it right back at the 39-yard line. Maybe some jitters for both clubs. That time Carson appeared to never have the handoff as he came through the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Carson was bobbling it all the way, and right when he was getting ready to put it away, he coughed it up, and Vincent right there to pounce on it. Another momentum change, Gary. We're only 2.5 minutes into the game.
Wow, 9:46 to play. We've had a 90-yard kickoff return, a reverse on the kickoff return. Roosevelt Benjamin with the 90 yards for a touchdown. Now the fumble, and here's Tatum. Coming back, breaks a tackle, 35, still on his feet at the 30. Now he fumbles the football. The ball is stripped, and Central has it right back at the 28-yard line. We're playing giveaway, takeaway here. A great effort by Donnie Tatum, but in his attempt to get a couple of more extra yards, the ball was knocked out of his hand.
Great effort by Donnie Tatum. Watch him break a tackle right there, and appear he's gaining another 7 or 8 yards. But he is stripped of the ball, and the Central Falcons get it. Gary, I'm going to run down. I'll wipe the ball off. I'll be right back.
9.5 minutes to play. Who's going to hang on to the football now? 3 consecutive plays, 3 consecutive fumbles.
I might just sit on it. Quarterback sneak.
There you go. Lamar Owens is the quarterback, and we have a man jumping off sides. We'll see if he was enticed to do so or if Central moved.
Wow, we got all kinds of action early in the game.
Falcons offensive line brought to you by your Toyota dealers. Jamie Burgos is the center. Lyndon Yu is the tackles. Bailey and Leader the guards. And 4 of those 5 are over 200 pounds. So the Falcons definitely have a big offensive line to work in front of these guys. Lamar Owens, the quarterback. Chucky Carson is the main back in this offense. But Roosevelt Benjamin is the most versatile athlete on the team. Here is Carson, straight ahead. Hit as he gets to the line of scrimmage and falls forward to the 25-yard line. It will make a 2nd down and about 8 yards to go, Jim.
Stunning news on that play. Nobody fumbled, Gary, so we just got a straight football play. I'll tell you, what an exciting beginning to this football game.
If you are just tuning in, you missed a 90-yard opening kickoff. Vincent then drove it downfield, put a couple of first downs on the board, fumbled it away. Central got it, fumbled it away. Vincent got it, fumbled it away. And now Central, 2nd down and 7 at the 25-yard line. High formation behind quarterback Lamar Owens. Shows the football, gives it to Carson. He's stacked up behind the line of scrimmage. 59, Quincy Jones making the stop.
Excellent penetration by Jones as they showed pass, ran the draw, and Vincent right there.
He's one player that you'll see two numbers worn by Quincy Jones, 59 and 88. Central with the 6-0 lead. They missed the extra point after Roosevelt Benjamin took it 90 yards for a touchdown. We expected some excitement in this game. We are getting it as Lamar Owens leads his offense. He's going to throw. Has protection. It starts to break down, and Lamar Owens goes down back at the 20-yard line. Good rush on the play. Vincent's number 44, Andy Tamlin, who blocked the extra point, gets his first sack of the game.
Tamlin, also an outstanding baseball player, a catcher for the Colonels. Outstanding all-around athlete.
So 4th down, punt formation. 4th down and 17 with just under 7.5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Low snap. Punt is away. Orlando and Tatum will let it bounce, and it takes a big Central roll inside the 30 and will be down at the 28-yard line. We'll be right back. Central with a 6-0 lead. Vincent will have the football.
Let me tell you what's coming to pass. Lend me your ears and let's talk about plans. Yesterday you left a bottle for the garbage man. Now it's time to start a new plan. Throwing away bottles is really a sin, cause life recycles time and time again. Listen up now and understand. Let's recycle and save this land. Recycle. Recycle.
Giant produce, here we come. Strawberries, bananas, string beans and grapes, oranges, red peppers, fresh everything by the crates, zucchini, watch it all disappear. But before you can say Giant Eagle, there's another shipment here. It takes a giant to make life simple. Giant Eagle, so simple for you.
Live here, 7:08 to play first quarter. I'm Gary Drapcho with Jim LaCorchick. Central, 6-0. Vincent with the football to get their offensive series started from the 28-yard line. Here comes Orlando picking his way through the defense. Tries to turn the corner at the 30. Does so at the 35. Bounced out of the 36. Nice bit of 1A running by Brad Orlando before Don Johnson knocked him down.
Another strong Vincent player that played a lot as a freshman, Gary. A fine athlete, a good basketball player, good football player. Here's the replay, and you'll see him fighting off the Central tackler, picking up an extra 4 yards.
Myotis, the quarterback, calling the signals for this strong Vincent offense, which has scored 35 against Brookville in a 35-12 win, 42 against St. Mary's in a 42-6 win, and they scored 42 against Assumption in a 42-7 win. So they have put some points on the board in their first 3 games. 2nd down 3, 36-yard line. Here's a reverse handoff. This is Orlando. Has a first down. Still fighting as he crosses the 40 and gets to the 41. The ball is knocked loose, but they're going to whistle it dead before the fumble as some extracurricular activity forced the ball away from Brad Orlando.
Nice run by Brad Orlando on the little counter play, Gary, but the Central tacklers really trying to strip the ball. They're making a definite effort to get to it.
Especially on the 2nd and 3rd efforts that are being given by the strong Vincent running backs. 6 minutes to play first quarter. 6-0 in favor of Central. They took the opening kickoff, 90 yards for a touchdown. Carson took the opening kickoff at the 8, reversed it to Benjamin, who took it 90 yards. Here comes Tatum. Tatum skips over a tackler at the 45 across the 50 and is down at the 47-yard line. Bashan Stewart knocked him down, but a nice bit of running by Donnie Tatum, Jim, as he left one tackler.
Excellent call by Joe Buffalino. All they did is outman everybody. You'll see all the blockers by Strong Vincent. They get Tatum on the corner, and he is definitely one of the best runners in the area.
Tony Grack was number 53, leading the way, clapping his hands as he realizes that was a positive play. 1st down and 10. That picked up a first down. They are now in Central territory at the 48-yard line. Single setback. Inside handoff to Orlando. Caught at the line of scrimmage. Nice play. George Barnes, number 42. No, check that. Jamal Stewart, number 42, who came across the line of scrimmage and made the stop.
When Joe Tarasovich designs that defense, Jamal Stewart is the man, and that's right where he drew him.
They've got some excellent linebackers, too, along with Roosevelt Benjamin and Jamal Stewart. No gain on the play. Still, the ball sits at the Central 48, second down and 10. Good moving football game so far. You can sense that both of these teams were ready to commit to this game, although I don't think Vincent was ready for that kickoff reverse on the opener. Single setback, two wingbacks, Tatum and Orlando. Orlando is the man in motion. Long count for Myotis. Turns, throws, caught at the 42-yard line, and a nice catch by Mike McIntyre, the 5'9", 175-pound senior, as a two-troop made the stop on the play. But a good pickup of 6 yards to the 42, and will make it third down and a long 4.
Nice hands by McIntyre. As you'll see, he reaches out, grabs the ball. Myotis knows right where he wants to throw it. McIntyre with the very good hands on that play.
I can tell right away that a big key to this Vincent offense, Jim, is simply the ball handling of Myotis. The play action can freeze the linebackers, as you alluded to earlier, and make that passing game even more effective. Big play here, 3rd and 4. Here's Tatum trying to get to the outside. They've got him, and down he goes. Jamal Stewart and Bashan Stewart combined to make the tackle. He lost 2 yards back to the 44, and it will bring up a 4th down at about 6.
Jerry, they faked the double handoff, and Tatum kept the ball in just good defensive position by the Falcons. Tarasovic has his players very well schooled defensively.
Absolutely. They are keeping their ground and not going for the little fake or little scissors play inside that has been thrown at them by this Vincent offense. 4th down, 44-yard line, and Coach Joe Buffalino will have his offense punt the ball from midfield, but now he's saying, come on, let's go. They're worried about a delay of game penalty here. Now Myotis steps up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to go for it. Myotis takes the snap, looks, throws, has a man, first down at the 32-yard line. Mike McIntyre with a great catch as Myotis came up and drilled it before Roosevelt Benjamin stopped him.
Gary, that's just pure scouting. Joe Buffalino knew defensively. You'll see McIntyre come out clean. Not one defender on him. Vincent knew that, and they knew that very well from scouting. That's pure coaching.
Joe Tarasovic, who threw one at Joe Buffalino to open this game, taking one in return here on the 4th down, converted by Vincent into a first down at the 31. Here comes Tatum following his blockers, putting his head down, getting as much as he can, which is about 2 yards to the 29-yard line. Here's your defensive line for the Falcons. Jamal Stewart, number 42, Eric Corlett. John Zimzak, however, is out of the game because of an injury at the moment, and Corder's a good one as well.
Gary, I really think Vincent's going to have to stay with the play action and continue to hit that short pass. That will open up the running game.
Your backfield for the Falcons, many of these players you see on offense as well. Carson, Owens, Benjamin, a two-troop is a good one, too. Second down, 8, 29-yard line. Myotis play action fake, looks to throw, drills it down the middle. Tatum's wide open at the 15-yard line, at the 10, at the 5. Did he get in? Did he get in? At the 1-yard line, he's out of bounds. It'll be 1st and goal for Vincent at the 1-yard line. Chris Moss prevented a touchdown.
Gary, Myotis just picking apart the Falcons secondary. You'll see Myotis goes back. He knows he's looking for Tatum, who is wide open, and then he turns on the afterburners. He tries to reach out and hit the pylon, but the official says his foot was out on the 1-yard line.
Real close. First down, goal to go as you take another look at it. Let's see if he got in. It's close from that angle. You can't tell where his foot was, but it is 1st and goal. Vincent at the 1. Myotis. Straight ahead give. Touchdown in favor of strong Vincent.
Rob Dykes straight up the middle.
The big 5'5", 190-pound junior loves it. Touchdown Vincent. We're tied at 6.
Great action, Gary Draft Joe.
I love it. 1:59 to play. One Vincent player is down after that play, but we have a tie game, and we will be right back to show you the extra point. It is 6-6. Vincent and Central here from Veterans Stadium.
Gary, I'm anxious to see who's down after Tatum's long pass play. He went to the sidelines. I don't know if he stayed in and was shaken up or if that's Quincy Adams. I believe it's Donnie Tatum, who went to the sidelines after the pass play to the 1-yard line.
After the game, join us for Flagship 1330's Roadhouse wrap-up show. We'll be talking live about tonight's game. Jim Leporchik will be up there, and he should have plenty to talk about, especially after what's happened here in just the first quarter of this game.
We've been waiting all year for a first quarter like this.
Joe Buffalino now, let's see what he does. He's got his kicker out there. Number 18, Dave Massing. By the way, I was talking to him before the game, and he can kick field goal, he says, from as long as 40 yards away. Orlando will hold. Trying to put the Colonels of Vincent on top. Kick, up, and good. Strong Vincent has the lead with 1:59 to play. It is 7-6 in favor of the Colonels. We'll be right back.
So I met this girl. I asked her to dinner and a movie. She asked, what do you have in mind? So I said,
Make it a blockbuster night and a border night too. Go to Taco Bell, buy tacos or burritos and a medium drink. Get a free blockbuster video. Make it a blockbuster night and a border night too.
hurry and get a coupon for a 2-for-1 blockbuster video rental when you buy food and a medium drink at Taco Bell.
Cross the border.
A sense of prestige, performance, and pride guides Clarion University's strong heritage of teaching, scholarship, and service to the region since 1867. Clarion University's strengths can be found in its faculty and a commitment to quality teaching and professional development. Programs and services which effectively prepare students for living and working in the 21st century, and responsiveness to regional needs which enhance our quality of life. Clarion University, a reason to be proud. 1-800-672-7171.
Gary Rapcho, Jim LaCorchick, just under 2 minutes to play first quarter. 7-6. The Colonels have the lead. Edinburgh University of Pennsylvania, a state system of higher education, a university offering a quality education at an affordable cost. Part of our game of the week.
Gary, Tatum hits the ball, and Joe Buffalino was out there telling his team what to do.
Short kick taken by one of the up man, and he is run out of bounds at the 45-yard line. That was Bashan Stewart, one of the up men, number 6, who got the football, but Central in good field position at about the 46-yard line. They'll take over 1st and 10.
I don't think that's what Buffalino had in mind. Tarasovich will take that field position every time.
Here's the offensive line for the Falcons, and it is a big one, as we mentioned. 4 of the 5 are over 200 pounds. Lamar Owens is the quarterback on 1st and 10. Here comes Carson, 45, 47 9-yard line as Don Tatum came up to make the stop on the play.
Boy, Tatum is everywhere, I'll tell you that much. But the last offensive possession for the Falcons, Roosevelt Benjamin was flanked way out. You'll just see a good defensive play by Donnie Tatum meeting the ball carrier head on. But last time, Gary, Roosevelt Benjamin was flanked way out. Now they got him on the wing. They're moving him closer and closer. You got to get the ball in the hands of Roosevelt Benjamin. He's touched it once tonight, 90-yard kick return.
Yes, Brad Kinnear, number 35, also one of the men in on that last tackle for Strong Vincent. Owens pitched to Carson the other way, cuts it back upfield, 50, 45, first down Central, 42-yard line. Andy Tamlin, number 44, the 5'9", 185-pound junior, makes the stop. They went the other way this time, Jim.
And you'll see a great block by 78, Ken Nixon, help the Central ball carrier. Big hole for Carson.
So the Falcons moving the football. We've had all offense here. A couple of turnovers. Under the 1-minute mark left to play here in the first quarter. 7-6 Vincent. The difference in this game, the extra point. Central had theirs blocked. Vincent made theirs. That's Benjamin in motion. Carson has the football. The workhorse puts his head down, bulls forward to the 40-yard line. Got a couple of yards on the play. The most because Andy Tamlin again comes up off the bottom of the pile for the Colonels.
I think you're going to see Central have to throw the ball a little and loosen up Strong Vincent, Gary. They got to get their athletes some running room.
Definitely one of the strong points for the Strong Vincent offense. Mike Miotis coming in here, having thrown for 3 touchdowns. Lamar Owens having thrown for only 1. 2nd down 8 from the 40. Here's the pitch to Carson, has Benjamin in front of him, cuts it back up, tripped as he gets across the line of scrimmage, falls out to the 35-yard line as the final seconds tick away. Mike McIntyre making the stop on the play as the first quarter comes to an end. A good one, 7-6 in favor of the Colonels. We'll be right back with second quarter action on our Game of the Week.
If you thought a beautiful imported rug was not in your budget, then you haven't been to Sharif's Imported Rugs. Sharif is having a blowout sale with over 900 rugs in stock. Authentic handmade rugs brought to you directly by Sharif himself. There's no middleman, which means you save more. Look at this handmade Bijar rug, only $9.89. Or a magnificent cushion, only $6.99. Plus, receive a free pad with every rug purchased during this blowout sale. Sharif's Imported Rugs at Peach and Liberty.
Doesn't get any better than this. Our model year-end closeout sale gives you your best chance to buy any remaining 94 Ferraro Ford. America's #1 selling car, Ford Taurus, is priced to move even faster with up to $750 cash back or 2.9% financing, and save up to $4,000 on a Ford Aerostar. Come out for our model year-end closeout sale and stop by and see the all-new 95 Ford Contour and Windstar, now at Ferraro Ford, Route 20 in Northeast.
Live from Veterans Stadium, we're just set for the second quarter, Jim, and a great first quarter of action. Vincent on top by a point.
Boy, the people on hand are seeing a fine ball game so far.
You saw the Central Band entertaining the crowd here. Bashan Stewart, number 6, goes to the top of the screen. Benjamin is split out in a flank to the bottom. And Carson has the football again. Big hole, 30, 25. Chucky Carson inside the 20 to the 17-yard line. They attack the middle of the defense. Brad Orlando, the defensive back, had to come up and make the stop on the play. But a huge hole for Carson.
You'll see great blocking by the central line. Carson just takes it right up the middle. He's 10 yards into the secondary before being hit. Gary, you and I were talking to Chucky Carson before the game. What a fun young man. He's fired up for the game. Very personable.
Absolutely. Very relaxed. To kind of sense that this was a big game and he wanted to do something about it. Lamar Owens. That's Benjamin in motion. Here comes Carson again. Boy, he's been a workhorse here in the first quarter. Comes inside the 15 of the 13. Andy Tamlin again. We've called his name out a lot. The linebacker for the Colonels making the stop.
Nice blocking by Hughes and Nixon for Central on that play, and Carson just running straight ahead.
13-yard line, call it second down and about 5. You see the offensive backfield of the Falcons. Chucky Carson, the workhorse. Lamar Owens, I don't think, has thrown a pass yet. And Roosevelt Benjamin has gotten his hands on the football just once, but that was a 90-yard kickoff return to start the game. Second down 6. We'll call it 5 at the 13-yard line. Here's Owens' first pass. Looks, throws, end zone, touchdown, Roosevelt Benjamin. He was wide open in the corner of the end zone. Roosevelt Benjamin catching it for the touchdown, and Central has the lead again.
What a great pattern Central ran that time. Nobody ever picked up Roosevelt Benjamin. I mean, if I'm a football coach, I want to know where Benjamin is. Right now, he's running all alone down the sideline.
Yeah, he came in motion from the top of the screen to the bottom, kind of circled down the sideline. Nobody picked him up. And it looks like Central will go for 2 as they set the ball down at the 3-yard line. It is 12-7. They missed the extra point following their first touchdown. It was blocked. Now they're going for 2. Full house backfield. Here comes Benjamin straight ahead, dives into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and it's 14-7 in favor of Central. 10:51 to play, second quarter. We'll be right back with our game of the week.
For a trailblazing good time, make it the Roadhouse Restaurant. Great food cooked just the way they used to on the range over a real wood-burning fire. USDA prime steaks, chicken, seafood served up smoking hot by our gang. And if you like onion rings, you'll love ours stacked high on a stick. You'll hear them coming from miles around. Start it all off with a trailblazing mug from our saloon house and peanuts, and come ready to eat. The Roadhouse Restaurant in the Mill Creek Mall.
Indiana University of Pennsylvania is an investment in your future. We offer over 140 majors in undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral level programs. We have smaller classes, one-on-one teaching. We're recognized as a Best Buy university by many of the nation's leading college guidebooks, including Barron's and Money Magazine. Plus, we're rated as one of the 5 safest universities in the country. Strong character development in both academics and athletics. IUP, on the field and the classroom, we know what it takes to make you a winner. IUP, check us out.
We talked about strong Vincent's passing game and their patterns. Well, I'll tell you what, Joe Tarasovich put Benjamin in motion. They knew he was going to be open, and Owens found him perfect pass.
All right, here's the kickoff. It comes to Tatum, who picks it up at the 25, dances across the 30, and is hit at the 34-yard line. Theo Hammond, number 3, returning the kick for strong Vincent. 32-yard line is where the Colonels will take over the football. Last time, they drove 69 yards and 6 plays to score their first touchdown. They trail now 14-7. as we are early in the second quarter.
I'll tell you, Gary, Vincent threw the ball so well in in the last drive, and they've got Tatum running the ball. Central is going to be hard-pressed to stop their attack. I just think Vincent has to outscore them offensively to win, obviously.
That last Central drive, 56 yards in 7 plays, as Brad Orlando bulls his way straight ahead following the offensive line. Or was that Dykes again? That was Dykes, number 31, from his fullback position, who scored the touchdown for the Colonels from 1 yard out. Next game will be Saturday night right here. We'll get a look at the Ramblers of Cathedral Prep against Altoona. They have had some kind of a stacked schedule. And they play Cincinnati Moeller, by the way, tomorrow. We'll talk about that in a little bit. There are your officials for tonight's game.
Butch Smith, Ed Peck, and Glenn Lendemuth, Ed Zaki.
Good job. Orlando in motion. Here is Tatum dancing at the 40, at the 45. He has a first down as he crosses midfield. A two-troop. Number 7 grabbed him, and he was the last man, or he would have gone the distance.
Gary, you'll see on this play that Tatum is known as a fast runner, but every time he seems to break 1 or 2 tackles on the offensive play, and that time he almost took it all the way. Troop again, though, Gary, trying to strip the ball.
Absolutely, and he just ran right by Chucky Carson. Did Donnie Tatum. Donnie Van Tatum is his official name, we are told.
All one word.
He runs like a van, too. A big van. 49-yard line. They're in Central Territory. And it's 1st and 10. Myotis, with Benjamin bearing down on him, gets rid of the ball, has Tatum, 40, 35, 30-yard line before he's forced out by Don Johnson. A 20-yard gain and another first down for the Colonels, and they are moving the ball well against this vaunted Central defense.
Gary, I'm kind of waiting for Joe Tarasovich to take a timeout and change his defensive scheme, because you'll see right here, Myotis knows that Tatum's going to be open. He hits him perfectly and picks up another 15 yards after he catches the ball.
Ooh, and a good block by Orlando as well that sprung Tatum for about 5 or 6 more yards once he caught the football. 1st and 10. Here comes Tatum, dances around a tackle, going to try to get to the outside. They got him, and down he goes. But he did manage to get back to the line of scrimmage, a two-troop, and number 42, Jamal Stewart, the big guy, making the stop on the play for Central. This team, the Central defense, having given up only 13 points in 3 games, and yet Vincent was able to drive the ball in the first quarter and score, and they're driving again.
Gary, the only disappointment right now, I just wish that it was a doubleheader that was scheduled. I could love these two teams, watch these two teams play all night.
Joe Buffalino commenting before the game, wanted to know if he got 2 wins by beating the Quad A team of Central today. That Buff's a jokester, isn't he, Jim?
Well, if he wants 2 losses, if he loses, I think it's only fair.
It's only fair. Myotis under center. 29-yard line, another first down. A lot of shifting now for the Colonels of Strong Vincent. Don Orlando, number 13 at the top of your screen. That is Dykes, the fullback, with the football, and he gets maybe a yard before he's stacked up. That's Mike Hughes, number 74, the big tackle for Central. The man who initially made the hit, he was helped out.
Gary, the key to stopping the wing T ground game is holding your position, not going with any of the play fakes. There's a lot of motion and everything. Central is playing the run very well, but they're having trouble playing the passing game.
Yes, and Myotis has used the play-action faking, the ball-handling ability of his 3 years as a starter to his utmost here to fool this Central defense. 2nd down and 9. Here's the play-action fake. Myotis steps up. Now he's caught. Gets out of there for a moment, but then is dropped back at the 30-yard line. Mike Porter, number 33, is the man who will get credit for the sack of Mike Myotis, and that time the pocket collapsed on him, and he had nowhere to go.
Gary, the key that time was good coverage in the secondary, just great team defense. You'll see Myotis with time at first, but nobody was open. Porter with the initial hit.
Good job of Myotis as well, with people grabbing at him and trying to swat at him to keep a hold of the football. Under 7 minutes to play, 14-7 in favor of Central. They took the opening kickoff, 90 yards by Roosevelt Benjamin. Vincent drove it down the field and scored, kicked the extra point to take a 7-6 lead, but then Central drove it down and scored themselves. Here's Myotis trying a little screen pass to Dykes. Dykes has some blockers at the 25, but then it breaks down, and Dykes goes down at the 24-yard line. Roosevelt Benjamin makes the stop on the play. 14-7 in favor of Central. We'll be right back.
HMO benefit plans make good health sense. Offering more coverage for less cost than traditional insurance plans. But one HMO makes better sense than the rest. Alliance Health, where you can choose from twice as many local doctors as any other HMO in our community.
Occasionally, Subway will bring a group of sandwich artists here to China to show them something they won't see at Subway, a great big wall. That's because we're proud to create our sandwiches in the open, fresh before your eyes, so you can choose from a garden of fixins, thrill at the sight of baking bread, and watch the fine art of sandwich making, which leads to the best part of the Subway experience, lunch.
See your sandwich being made at Subway, the place where fresh is the taste.
Now on to the Sahara to talk about oven temperature.
Down play by Joe Buffalino's squad was not successful, and the coach of the 91 state champions will play defense now. Central 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. Straight ahead to the 28-yard line goes Bashan Stewart. Check that. George Burns and Klein Barnhart, the 5'11", 265-pound defensive tackle, makes the stop. Vincent has some big guys up front, both offensively and defensively, Jim.
Yeah, but Gary, you can see the scores right now. McDowd beating Meadville 15-3 at the half. General McLean over Fairview 27 in the second. Northwestern leading Seneca 7-0 at the half.
On our Taco Bell High School football update, we'll be giving you scores throughout the course of the game. Carson drops the pitch, picks it back up, looks for running room. Now he's going to go the other way at the 20. Good block, 25, 30. Gets back to the line of scrimmage on a great run by Chucky Carson. Brad Orlando was the man who made the stop on the play, but that was a highlight reel in itself. Just Donnie Tatum eventually tackling Chucky Carson, getting back to the line of scrimmage.
You see Chucky Carson double dribble the ball and pick up some blockers, Gary, and for a moment it appeared he was going to go all the way. Excellent defensive play by Myotis of the Colonels.
Yeah, Myotis is the man who made the stop on the play. He's number 12, the defensive secondary man. It is a first down. So Chucky Carson did his job. He broke the tackle of Donnie Tatum in the backfield. Tatum, his counterpart in the offensive backfield, playing DB on the strong Vincent defense, almost nailed him for a loss.
Gary, and that's the kind of play Vincent has to make because it appears that Central is going to be able to knock off 4 and 5 yards off tackle. And I'll tell you what, you can put some long drives together, 4 and 5 yards at a clip.
Coming up to the 5-minute mark left here in the first half, 14-7 in favor of the Falcons. In a highlight reel type of a first half. Here's Carson pitching. Does he want to throw? He does! He's going to throw it back to Lamar Owens at the 40. Owens breaks a tackle at the 45 and gets out to midfield, and a first down on a great play. Theo Hammond, number 3, made the stop, and Joe Tarasovich throwing a little bit of razzle-dazzle at Joe Buffalino's defense.
Throw back to the quarterback. Nobody picks up Owens. Carson runs left, throws right. Owens wide open. Another great call by the Central coaching staff.
You bet. Who are in our booth just to our right. There you see Carson doing a good job of stepping up in the pocket before he threw it to Lamar Owens. First down, just shy of the 50. 49-yard line, 4.5 minutes to play. Central on top by 7. And Vincent trying to put on a defensive stand late here in the first half. Owens, straight ahead give. Stewart, 45, 40, 35-yard line before he's bounced out of bounds by Mike Myotis in the defensive secondary. But big number 42, Jamal Stewart, doing some running with the football, picks up another first down for Central.
Little misdirection by the Falcons, and it paid off, and a nice run by Stewart. You'll see he's all alone, breaks one tackle, and Myotis is out there by himself going, please let me just push him out of bounds.
Jamal's a big boy, 5'11", 210 pounds. He's a senior. Bashan Stewart, also a senior. Lamar Owens, a junior quarterback. But they've got a couple of experienced men in the backfield. Chucky Carson's a senior. Roosevelt Benjamin is a senior. First down at the 35-yard line. That is Benjamin coming at you in motion. Give us to Carson. Dances through the hole. Across the 35 to the 33-yard line. And a gain of 2.
Gary, maybe Roosevelt Benjamin time. He is yet to run from the line of scrimmage. He has a catch for a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and a kick.
Hey, look over there, Jim Lekorchik.
Carpet Craftsman, Erie's largest carpet installation company, now has a showroom open to the public. stop in tomorrow between 10 and 4 for your best deal at Carpet Craftsman.
Right across the street from the stadium, right below the Erie All-Americans here. By the way, we'll take a shot of that Vincent helmet sometime during the course of the game, commemorating the 91 state championship team. Here comes Stewart up the middle, breaks an ankle tackle. He's across the 20. He is inside the 20, fighting his way to the 16-yard line before 4 or 5 Colonels bring him down. That is a man on a mission, number 42, Jamal Stewart.
Boy, he's a load, I'll tell you that much. He's getting the action tonight, and you can see Stewart, first man through, gets the ball, breaks a tackle, goes another 10 yards, gives a ride to Donnie Tatum, and finally a host of Vincent tacklers.
Under 3.5 minutes to play, 14-7 Central, but they're threatening again thanks to runs, as you see, by Jamal Stewart. Look how many guys are around him, Jim. 3-4 Vincent defensive backs trying to bring down Mr. Stewart.
Joe Buffalino's worst nightmare watching these long drives.
Absolutely. I formation. Carson has the football. Randy Carson, the young sophomore. Randy Carson at the 10. Randy Carson to the 5, but there's a flag down. A flag is down at the 15-yard line, and we may have a holding penalty called against Central, and that would hurt this otherwise error-free drive that Central has put together.
It has been a pounding, straight-ahead drive, good blocking, good hard running with one of the Colonel players down.
And Jim, I think they called clipping, and I think, unfortunately, Donnie Tatum is the man who was down, the main running back. Jimmy saying no, that isn't Donnie Tatum. Who is it?
Tatum's on 2 knees, but at least he's up. I believe it's a strong Vincent lineman.
Okay, we'll check on that. By the way, our sideline camera truck has been provided by Gary Miller Dodge Mazda on the corner of Peach and Liberty. Gary Miller Dodge Mazda, we stand out, and we stand out each and every game here at the Veterans Stadium. For our Game of the Week, Jim Stewart, Pete Riccozzi, and Mike Gibson doing the camera work for us today. 14-7 in favor of Central, but they're driving with 3:03 to play here in the second quarter. We'll be right back in just a moment.
So I met this girl. I asked her to dinner and a movie. She asked, what do you have in mind? So I said,
Make it a blockbuster night and a border night too. Go to Taco Bell, buy tacos or burritos and a medium drink. Get a free blockbuster video. Make it a blockbuster night and a border night too.
Hurry and get a coupon for a 2-for-1 blockbuster video rental when you buy food and a medium drink at Taco Bell.
Cross the border.
Erie Business Center is a very worthwhile investment. It offers a focused education necessary to be successful in the business world.
I like the 2-year courses, and I actually get to apply my education to my internship program offered through the Erie Business Center. I really like the way my life is going now, and that direction is up.
Get ahead in life. Call Erie Business Center today, offering education for today's business careers.
Gary Drapjo, Jim LaCorchick, 3:03 to play second quarter. Donnie Tatum walked off under his own power. Mike McIntyre did as well. Although Tatum is staying in the game, McIntyre has come out. That's the injury situation. It is 1st and 24, the clipping penalty. Lamar Owens downfield, and did Roosevelt Benjamin catch it? He did. At the 11-yard line, Mike Myota's covering, but what an athlete Roosevelt Benjamin. You'll see it on instant replay, Jim. Just a great catch by a great athlete.
Gary, he got position, took it right off the top of the grass, made the catch, and Owens put it right there for him. I'll tell you, Benjamin is rapidly becoming one of the best all-around football players I've seen here in years.
Well, let's see. He touched the ball on the opening kickoff, went 90 yards for a touchdown. He touched the ball on a pass play, scored a touchdown with it. He got the ball on the 2-point conversion. He was in the end zone. Here he picks up about 19 yards, make it 2nd down and 5 now at the 11-yard line. 2:05 on a turning clock left to play. Here comes Stewart, stacked up in the backfield, and they got him this time. He'll be dropped for a loss of a yard by Brad Kinnear, number 34, doing the damage. Andy Tamlin, number 44, also helped out for the Colonels.
Kinnear, excellent play, one of the co-captains for the Colonels. But I'll tell you what, Roosevelt Benjamin is really opening some eyes right now.
Now you see Joe Buffalino in the corner of the screen now, urging his defense. This is a big stand for them and a big play. 3rd and 5. Clock is turning, 1:35 remaining, first half. Vincent trailing by 7, 14-7, and trying to stop Central from putting more points on the board. 12-yard line. Pitch to Carson. Here he comes. He's at the 10. He's hit, and he appears to be short, very close to a first down at the 7-yard line. Quincy Jones, number 59, makes the stop, and the referee will stop the clock to set the ball and see how close it has been. 1:15 to play here. We'll be right back with Central leading 14-7.
Does regular TV have you crying the blues? Then we have a fall special that'll knock your socks off. You'll see top country stars, exciting sports coverage, and all kinds of cartoons and family shows. Order now and get connected to cable for only $9.95. Be sure to ask about our lowest prices ever on premium channels. You be the judge. Erie Cablevision's fall special will put a smile on your face.
Pause for a moment and reflect on the value of a 95 GMC Safari van with the safety of a driver's side airbag and all-wheel drive. Plus a 200 horsepower V6 standard, 5,500 pounds of towing capacity, seating for 8, and plenty of cargo space. Or get into a GMC Sonoma with driver's side airbag and the most available horsepower in its class. Drive a 95 GMC Safari or Sonoma at Rick Weaver GMC, Hartley's, Emery Mann, Griffin Bossard, Wiggers, Smith Gray, and McQuillan GMC.
All right, Jim Lekorchik, Joe Tarasovich, 4th down and 1 for his Falcon team. 1:15 to play in the first half. What is he going to call on 4th down?
Well, he's got Barnes, Benjamin, and Stewart in there. He's got 3 great power runners.
Owens gives the ball to Benjamin. They got him in the backfield. He is stopped short of the first down marker. Andy Tamlin knifing in, making the stop. The Colonels apparently have stopped the Falcons. They'll mark the football just to make sure, but it looked like he came in and made the stop. He did. It will be Strong Vincent taking over the football. It was a huge, huge play for the Colonels.
The perfect defensive call for the Colonels is they slanted everybody, and you'll see Tamlin just slant in and hit Stewart.
We'll be right back in just one moment.
Would you like to solve the puzzle? Then watch Wheel of Fortune.
Watch Wheel of Fortune weeknights at 7 on Channel 35.
News update. When we last checked, Congressman Rick Santorum had missed 32 votes this year. Now the total's 35. It's amazing. Congress is back to work just one day, and already Santorum's missed 3 more votes. Where was he? Flying first class to another special interest campaign fundraiser. It's unbelievable. He's paid $133,000 a year by the taxpayers, but still doesn't show up for work. Now Congressman Santorum is running for the Senate. Do you think he deserves a promotion?
Roby's Marina Inn would like to wish both teams the best of luck. We appreciate the patronage from the teams, teachers, and coaches. Don't forget to stop at the Marina Inn at 4th and Liberty for quality food at quality prices.
All right, Strong Vincent, after a great 4th down defensive stand, will take over the football with 1:15 to play in the first half.
Gary, the perfect defensive call, too, as they just slanted in there. Tamlin made the play one-on-one that time.
Yeah, let's hope we can see that again. That has been by far the biggest play of the game to date. It keeps Central only a 7-point spread. That's Orlando in motion. They give it to Tatum, picking his way, gets to the 10-yard line for a gain of 2. And Mike Quarter, number 33, makes the stop on the play.
Gary, if Vincent gets out of here at 14-7, they dodged a bullet, and thanks to a key penalty against the Falcons. But I'll tell you what, Vincent with the big play.
Gain of 2. Clock is winding down. It looks like Vincent will be satisfied with letting the clock run out here in the first half, taking the 14-7 deficit as a big play on 4th down. If Central makes the first down, they possibly have a 2-touchdown lead at the half. Here comes Orlando. Orlando running to the outside, crosses the 10. His gang tackle to the 14. Mike Hughes eventually ran him down. And that will be the final play of the first half. Unless someone calls a timeout, and somebody does, with only 9 seconds to play in the first half, 14-7. Here comes the replay of that 4th down play, Jim. It was a big play.
And you'll see the speed by the big linebacker, Hughes. Oh, okay. Big defensive play by Tamlin this time. Gary, that's on 4th and 1. That's basically a touchdown for Strong Vincent.
That's a stud play. That's when you become the stud of the defense. Come in there and you hit a stud like Roosevelt Benjamin and put him down in his tracks. You have made some sort of a play. Look at Joe Buffalino. Does he look a little bit frazzled after this wild first half of action, but his team only trails by 7?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Vincent would have probably been 2 touchdowns behind if Tamlin had not made that big play.
Great crew here to come up with that replay and show it to us. Probably one of the biggest plays of the game so far. Roosevelt Benjamin took the kickoff 90 yards for a touchdown. Then Vincent drove 69 yards in 6 plays, scored on a 1-yard run by Rob Dykes. Central then drives 56 yards in 7 plays and goes on a 12-yard pass play from Owens to Benjamin. 14-7 Central with 8 seconds to play here in the first half. Here's Orlando up the middle, 20, 25, gets to the outside at the 30. They've got him wide side of the field at the 35-yard line as the clock ticks down to 0. That is the end of the first half. It has been a dandy first half, Jim LaCorchick. 14-7 in favor of Central, and it's everything we expected.
As advertised, Gary, when you get a game like that, everybody's excited. Both teams played well. You got to love it, and you got to look forward to the second half of football.
I was going to say, the best thing about the first half is that we have another half of football coming up. We're only halfway through. We'll be back with our halftime activities on the game of the week in just a moment. Stay with us.
The weather shouldn't surprise you. Don't be surprised. Watch Newswatch 35's exclusive Doppler weather forecast. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our Doppler radar is right here in Erie County, constantly monitoring the changing weather on the North Coast. You can depend on it. Meteorologist Tim Earle, Evan Eldridge, and Valerie Lego, forecasting you can count on.
Can you get through here?
Don't be surprised. The exclusive Doppler weather forecast, covering the North Coast, your 24-hour news source.
Get ready for winter driving with the new 95 Subaru Impreza or Legacy all-wheel drive sedan or wagon from New Motor Subaru. Announcing the new Subaru Impreza Coupe. Automatic, dual airbags, alloy wheels, air, and more, only $16,384. Or for a limited time, lease a new Impreza for only $199 a month. How about a new 95 Legacy sedan or wagon? Streamlined styling, dual airbags, new safety features, so affordable to lease, we're selling them as fast as we get them. Test drive the 95 Subaru Impreza or Legacy today at New Motor Subaru, 8670 Peach Street, just 1 mile south of I-90.
The features of our halftime here is a look at the schools participating in our game of the week. And first of all, we have from Central High School,
Tammy McCaskey.
Tammy, welcome to our halftime activities. Tell us a little bit about Central High School.
Well, Central High School is not just a great school because of our football and our award-winning band. It's all that combined together and to make it just one great school, and I really love going to school here.
Yeah, and you have a great cheerleading squad as well.
We sure do.
Thank you, Tammy. Here's a closer look at Central High School.
Hello, my name's Gerald Mifsud. In 1992, 2 very good schools combined to form one outstanding school. I'm very proud to be the principal of Central High School.
1,850 students, 150 staff members, a facility that covers over 900,000 square feet. This is Central High. But we're more. We offer advanced standing, honors, and regular academics. We offer foreign language courses. Our team in the Academic Sports League has had great success. We are the home of a national championship band, and SPAVA, the School of the Performing Arts. Disciplines offered include drama, music, dance, and the visual arts. 22 vocational classes allow for cooperative education, youth apprenticeships, and technical preparatory opportunities. We're also proud of our special education department, which serves the needs of our challenged students and also includes our gifted program. Central High is a comprehensive school serving many different students with many different needs.
Welcome back here to Veterans Stadium, where it is a game of consequential importance, and Central has a 14-7 halftime lead. Joining you now, Jim Barker, the superintendent of schools. Jim, thanks for joining us. A great first half of action.
This is outstanding. It's if there's any question about where the great students are in the city of Erie, come to one of our games. You see discipline on the field, off the field. You see fans enthusiastic. It's just a great, great night, and a great night in Erie.
And one thing that our broadcast has tried to do, and that is to accentuate the fact that these schools have a lot of things to offer besides athletic programs. We get a look at some of the vignettes as we have during our halftime activities here, a look at the bands. It's a good school district full of good kids, and we're hoping to expose all of them.
Absolutely. The Erie Public Schools are redesigning for success. We're becoming competitive both academically, we're becoming competitive on the field, off the field. We're building character, we're building courtesy. We're recreating hope in the Erie Public Schools, and Channel 35 has been a big help in that and getting the message out that you're safe, you're secure, and they're great kids attending the Erie Public Schools.
Yeah, I look up at the crowd. It's a great crowd here tonight as well, and you have to be pleased about that. I know Gus Picardo's pleased, and I'm pleased too.
If I didn't know better, I think it was about 1955. We've got a great crowd. People are well behaved. The kids are enthusiastic. It's a great night. And we really encourage all the citizens of Erie to come out and enjoy one of the greatest halftimes and football games around in the city of Erie.
Yeah, behind us is the Central Band, one of the best bands we have in the city. What's happening new in the school district in terms of academically as well?
One of the things that we have is this year we're going to continue our second year of our academic sports league. That league has been expanded. We're going to have about 12 teams from throughout the county. Kids will be competing in things like algebra, calculus, science, social studies, history. It's really great to see kids really getting excited about academics, about athletics, and I think as importantly is we're seeing kids get along and really begin to plan for the future, and we think it's a really positive aspect for the entire community.
And I know obviously the position that you are in, as you see the Central Band performing here at halftime, I have the opportunity to meet many of these athletes and many of these kids and doing interviews and so on and so forth. And I think kids today maybe are a bit underrated, if you will. There's a lot of good kids out there that we come across athletically, you come across academically as a teacher and so on and so forth. And it's something that we're trying to expose, as I mentioned, but I think the kids are a little underrated for their accomplishments nowadays.
Oh, absolutely. There's too much exposure of those students, those few students who create problems. 98% of all the students are outstanding students. They're committed students. They got great family support. They attend church. It's just a great group of kids that we're very proud of. And this highlighting of our students really shows that we can be secure in our futures because we've got great students coming up through the public schools.
All right, thank you very much, Jim, for joining us at halftime. Good luck to you. All right, Jim Marker, the superintendent of schools. We are at halftime. It is a great football game and a great night for football. The Central Band performing as their Falcons are leading 14-7 at halftime. We'll be right back.
All right, thank you, Gary. Good evening. I'm Scott Bremner. I hope you're enjoying this great game between Central and Strong Vincent. Would like to interrupt for just a moment to update you on some of the stories making news at this hour that you will see completely tonight at 11 on the Night Beat. The investigation into alleged misconduct by former Erie County Democratic Chair Ian Murray keeps getting stranger, frankly, as District Attorney Rusty Cunningham names a special prosecutor. Our Carol Pella has unearthed a possible attempt made to keep that witness quiet. We'll tell you more about that tonight at 11. It was a reunion night for high school friends from the class of 1934. That is 60 years ago, folks. We even do the math for you. We'll look in on the things there. And it's grape festival time in Northeast. We'll have a preview of this weekend's activities, and you don't have to wear your socks either. A lot of people are wondering if the rain will hold off this weekend. You can count on Vallego's forecast at 11. Gary Drabshaw will be back from the big game to give you complete highlights of all the city and county football action on Sports Watch at 11:20. Back to the game. We'll see you at 11.
And featuring the schools that participate in our game of the weekend from Strong Vincent High School, we have
Jennifer Fontecchio.
Jennifer, tell us something about your high school, Strong Vincent.
Well, I'm here to introduce Strong Vincent's pride, and I can truly say that as a student at Strong Vincent, ours is a commitment of excellence, both to academics and to sports.
You bet. Thank you, Jennifer. Here's a closer look at Strong Vincent High School.
Tradition, preparation for life in college. That's what I learned at Strong Vincent.
Hello, I'm Miss Whalen, principal at Strong Vincent High School, where we are totally excited and motivated.
Strong Vincent has long had a tradition of excellence in academics. We have excelled in both our SAT and CAT 5 scores and are constantly striving to improve. We house over 900 students, grades 7 through 12. Our business department is second to none. We're very excited about our new ROTC program. Our team in the Academic Sports League was #1 in the district in its first year. Our school publications, The Colonel, The Parent Colonel, and our yearbook, The Spokesman, continue to be outstanding. Strong Vincent offers all its students the ultimate gift, the key to a successful future.
what a great band, huh? Yeah, the Central High School Marching Band performing here at halftime. Joining me now is Mario Brian DePalma. Well, Mario, you take care of the field. You do a fabulous job. I mean, we're into the 4th week of the season. You're going to get a break this weekend because there's no other games this weekend with the colleges being off. Mercyhurst not having a game tomorrow. So things look pretty good.
Very good, very good. We've been lucky all year. The weather's been cooperating unbelievably. The rains have been holding off. I guess we got to thank God for that.
I mean, the work that you have to put into this has to be enormous, especially as we get into the middle of October when we start getting some less than admirable days in this part of the world.
Yeah, and you always got to look ahead and worry about the next week. But you're always looking to plan. Yeah, there's a lot of work that goes into it.
I guess you have to be proud as you see more of the Central Band performing on the field, just the opportunity to showcase your stadium. And I know that you take a lot of pride, and you took a lot of pride in Ainsworth Field. This has to be fun to see it on TV.
Oh, definitely is. I don't get to see a lot of the games on TV since I'm here, but everybody comments that the pace looks good. It makes you feel good. It makes your crew feel good. I got a good, hard-working crew, and Gus is real good to work with. Everything's going great.
All right, Mario, thank you very much. Mario DePalma of the Veterans Stadium. Thank you very much. We are at halftime here. Great game. Central leading 14-7 at the half. We'll be back to set up the second half kickoff in just a moment. Stay with us.
Sometimes I'm the voice of the patient. I love coaching the moms and dads.
I want the patients to have the best.
Everyone knows their part.
We prepare over 100 special diets. We're always here.
It's fascinating.
Hello, Douglas.
To see the beautiful and magnificent power that one caring person can have over another. That's the first step in the healing process.
We've got the looks, the labels, and best of all, the low, low prices. It's the annual California sale at Value City, featuring ladies' designer terry robes. Compare $60, now only $29.99. Plus a fabulous collection of ladies' famous label brushback satin sleepwear. Compare $32 to $38, now sleep shirts only $14.99, pajamas $19.99. And beautiful famous maker bras. Compare $18 to $28, now only $5.99. Our annual California sale is here at Value City Department Stores.
And festivities are brought to you by Giant Eagle. It takes a giant to make life simple. Taking a look at some first half stats. Also, first downs, the Colonels 7, Central 7. Rushing yards, the Falcons 91, Strong Vincent 84. Passing yards, all Strong Vincent 93-45. Total yards, 177 for Vincent, 136 for Central. Turnovers early on in the game, 2 for Vincent, 1 for Central. Time of possession for the Colonels, 14:01, and for the Central High Falcons, 9 minutes and 59 seconds. Both teams making an appearance for the second half. We're live at the Erie Stadium. The Central Falcons 14, the Strong Vincent Colonels 7. For Strong Vincent, Brad Orlando, 6 rushing attempts for 41 yards. Donnie Tatum, 8 attempts for 38 coming into the game. He was averaging approximately 11 yards per carry. Myotis, the Vincent quarterback, looking very sharp. 6 out of 7 for 93 yards. And Rob Dykes, Vincent's only touchdown on a 1-yard plunge for the Central High Falcons. Chucky Carson, 12 rushes, 58 yards. Passing, the Falcons are 3 for 3 for 45. Owens is 2 for 2. And Carson on a halfback pass, 1 for 1. Roosevelt Benjamin, the story of the game for the Falcons. 90-yard kickoff return to open the game. He took a handoff from Carson. That was on a reverse. Also a 12-yard pass reception for a score from Owens and a 2-point conversion. And Gary, very quickly, the big story locally is the fact that Mercyhurst Prep has suspended football. Some scores for you. McDowell leads Meadville 15-3 at the half. Girard over Harbor Creek 7-0 at the intermission. General McLean leading the Erie County and leading Fairview 20-7 in the second quarter. At the half, your Northwestern Wildcats 7, your Seneca Bobcats 0.
And that is the Taco Bell scoreboard. You see Lamar Owens. Yes, you're right. Mercyhurst Prep, because of a low number count on the roster, electing to give up the football the rest of the season. That does affect our schedule. And we will have some replacement games that we're working on for that.
And not bad replacement games, Gary, I'll tell you that. Am I at liberty to announce them?
Well, let's just say that McDowell, Central, Vincent are all teams involved. We'll let you know exactly when those games will be played in October, obviously either Friday or Saturday. But good news in terms of those games being added to our broadcast schedule. Bad news in terms of Mercier's Prep having to give it up, but only for 1 year. They just want to regroup, doing it for the interest of their own kids, and hoping that they can have a program next year back to the caliber that it was when it won the AAA championship last year.
That's unbelievable. One of the more vociferous people regarding this, Joe Buffalino, not happy that he's losing a game. Also was not happy that Mercier's had a couple of the dates he wanted to use the stadium, and he made some comments to me, and we may track that story as we go along. As a matter of fact, I'll promise it on Sportsline every Monday through Friday.
You bet. 14-7 is the score in favor of Central. Vincent will get the ball to start the second half. And one of the things about that situation is that there was some question about the Metro League breaking up into 3 teams, 2 division, 3 teams division, and now that kind of screws that all up as well. And let's see what happens here in the second half of the game. This is going to be a dandy. Kick is underway. This is Theo Hammond at the 20. For Vincent at the 30. At the 35, down he goes at the 36-yard line. The second half is underway. Vincent with a big 4th down stand inside the 10-yard line late in the first half, keeping this game within reach. It is 14-7 Central. If they don't make that 4th down stand, Jim, they could find themselves down 2 touchdowns.
You're right, Gary. That tackle we alluded to by Andy Tamlin was worth a touchdown for the Colonels. Instead of being 2 touchdowns behind, they are just 1. They have the ball in good field position.
All right, here we go. Mike Myotis, the junior quarterback, 6 foot, 185 pounds, is the man controlling the offense. On a little option play, caught behind the line of scrimmage, gets loose, gets to the 40, and picks up about 3 yards on just individual effort as Roosevelt Benjamin, the linebacker, number 22, and number 42, Jamal Stewart, makes the stop on the play.
And Eric Curlett, after the play, just pounding the ground, laying down in the Colonel backfield, knowing he should have had Myotis for a loss. Gary, let me just be the first to tell you, you are doing a stupendous job this evening.
Thank you very much, Jim LaCorchick. The same to you. And you're listening to all of this on WSEE, Channel 35 in Erie, Pennsylvania. The game being simulcast on flagship 1330 WFLP. Back to throw Myotis. He's going to heave it up for grabs. It's going to be intercepted in the backfield back at the 30-yard line. Simply threw that one up. Chris Moss, number 3, with the INT.
Gary, the only thing that went further were Joe Buffalino's headphones, and you'll see a very little pressure by the Central High Falcons.
All right, we'll be back in just a moment. 14-7 Central.
Buy a Ford New Holland D-Series backhoe from Kafferland Sales and Service and make the earth move. Features include 2-lever backhoe controls, 4-wheel drive axles, fully enclosed high-visibility cabs, and hydraulic extendable dipper sticks. Full finance programs are available, including rental purchase, and lease plan financing. Come see the complete D-Series Ford New Holland backhoe line at Kafferland Sales and Service, Route 97, Union City.
Indiana University of Pennsylvania is an investment in your future. We offer over 140 majors in undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral level programs. We have smaller classes, one-on-one teaching. We're recognized as a Best Buy university by many of the nation's leading college guidebooks, including Barron's and Money Magazine. Plus, we're rated as one of the 5 safest universities in the country. Strong character development in both academics and athletics. IUP, on the field and the classroom, we know what it takes to make you a winner. IUP, check us out.
Gary Drapcho with Jim LaCorchick. The interception by Chris Moss has Central in control of the football at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Quarterback for this club, Lamar Owens, hands it to Chucky Carson, number 2. Carson picks his way across the 30 and gets 2 yards to the 32-yard line as Andy Tamlin makes the stop on the play. Here's the interception that gave Central the football, Jim, before the break.
First, you'll see Benjamin come flying in and try and leap a blocker, but for some reason, Myotis, and trust me, I was there, Myotis just throws the ball up for grabs. There it goes. And there was no reason to unload that, Gary. He was not under any pressure, and he just heaved it downfield.
Apparently the instant replay guy is under pressure. That's who was under pressure on that play. It is a 2-yard gain, 32-yard line, second down, and 8 yards to go. Under 10 minutes to go, third quarter. Here comes Owens, option play to the right, pitches it to Carson, trying to turn the corner at the 30, puts his head down, meets McIntyre head on to the 35, and rolls him out to the 38-yard line, where he is close to a first down. Nice play, Chucky Carson, number 2.
Nice read by Owens, the quarterback, Gary. You'll see he's getting pressure from the backside, comes up, makes the defenders commit, gets it out to Carson, who turns the corner on Tatum, which is surprising, and then McIntyre and Carson have a nice meeting.
Yeah, for as Carson, a 6'2", 190-pound senior, but he can throw some muscle at you. Lamar Owens, the quarterback, third down and 2. Have to get near the 40 for a first down, and they give it to the big fullback who does that. Number 32, George Barnes, leaping across the 40 to the 41, and he appears to be very close, if not getting the first down for Central.
Barnes, I'm sorry, Gary, just a very fundamentally sound football player. Knows what his role is. He's the block. He's to run straight ahead, and he got the key first down.
And considering that the final part of the second quarter, Jim, was a long drive by Central, the last thing that Vincent wants here to start the third quarter, more or less, is to have Central drive the ball down on him, but that's what they're doing so far. First and 10. Here comes Carson, turning it outside, 45, and almost broke a tackle and got around Romansky at the 50, but Theo Hammond knocked him out right there, and he gained about 6 or 7 yards on the play. So a nice run again by Chucky Carson, who keeps bouncing to the outside and turning the corner on this Vincent defense.
Yeah, he's showing his senior savvy now, Gary. He's just picking up the key yardage.
49-yard line is where they set it down. Second down, we'll call it 4, and give Carson 6 yards on the play. Big number 78, part of that Central offense. Number 68 is Robert Leader. 4 of those front 5 offensively for Central, over 200 pounds. Carson trying to run behind him, cuts it back inside. He's in trouble and will get stopped at the 50-yard line, short of the first down. And Brad Kinnear and number 27, McIntyre, who is back in the game after leaving late in the second quarter with an injury, making the stop on the play.
A good play by the Vincent defensive end, Stephen Bryan, who kept the play from getting outside, Gary.
Third down and 2 as Vincent continues to hold their ground against this potent Central offense. Central coming into this game in their first 3 games having 2 shutouts and giving up 13 points to Montour and a win on the road. Both of these teams, by the way, have been second-half teams as well. We'll see what happens here. Third and 2, straight ahead give to Benjamin, and a flag flies as Benjamin is stopped at the line of scrimmage. I don't think he got the first down. We'll check out the flag.
Gary, it's not going to matter. Vincent had too many players on the field trying to get a defensive switch in there, and Joe Buffalino right now is on the verge of putting on a great display.
There's the signal. Too many men on the field for Vincent. Or illegal formation, I guess, would be the official call. And if that is the case, it would give Central a first down with 7:57 left on the clock here in the third quarter. Central on top, 14-7. The mark off of the football is to the 43.5-yard line, and it does give Central a first and 10.
Gary, I know it's early in the second half, 7:54 left in the third period, but I'll tell you what, Vincent has to make a defensive stand. A, they're getting tired, as you said, and B, they cannot afford to get behind by more than 1 touchdown.
Lamar Owens leading his offense up to the line of scrimmage. You see the I formation behind him in the backfield. Benjamin is in the wing. Carson with the football off the pitch. Cuts it back up at the 45, at the 40. Almost broke it. Still on his feet as he dives forward to the 36-yard line. Mike McIntyre again, along with Brad Kinnear, combined to make the stop. But it is a good 7-yard gain to the 36 and make it 2nd and 7.
Gary, what Carson does so well, he takes the pitch deep in the backfield, makes his reads. That time he ran behind a great block by Mike Hughes.
And he is a good one on that offensive line for Central. Clock continues to run. 7 minutes to play, third quarter. Central leading up the yardage and the clock and leading 14-7. This time, Benjamin's in the wing at the bottom of your screen. Stewart split out to the top. Here comes Carson on the pitch. They'll try it again. Flag goes down as Carson is hit hard near the 30. And let's see what they picked up this time. Benjamin stopped on the play. Again, Andy Tamlin, number 44, in on the stop as the officials discuss the flag. Here's the call, holding against Central. And that will hurt their offense again, putting themselves in a hole. And we saw them get into this rut in the first half against East last Saturday. They constantly hurt themselves with penalties in key situations and put themselves first and 20, second and 15, and they're doing the same thing here.
Gary, Central only had 2 penalties the first half, but one really kept them from scoring. Vincent didn't have any penalties at all. So this time another key penalty, and I'll tell you what, the Central coaching staff was waiting as a unit, not happy with that call, as if you would expect them to be.
Absolutely. The Vincent crowd on the far side of the field. Good crowd, as you heard Jim Barker at halftime mention the crowd here and the great anticipation of this game. The Vincent crowd alive. It is 2nd and 11 at the 44. Here's a deep handoff to Carson. He is hit by Andy Tamlin at the line of scrimmage. The 5'9", 185-pound junior laid the leather on Carson, and Carson knew it, and so did Andy Tamlin.
Rick Romansky, a junior linebacker, coming in, Gary, and making the hit. And, of course, he's the brother of Tim Romansky, who was such a sensational running back on that state championship team. But Romansky with the initial hit, and Tamlin putting on the finishing touches.
Yeah, that's what you like to see on defense, a little teamwork. There's Joe Buffalino, hoping that this can be a team that can hold its ground right now on 3rd down and 12 at the 45-yard line. And now Joe Tarasovich calls a timeout. Joe Buffalino in the game with a big 3rd down. It is 14-7 in favor of Central when we come right back.
It's the largest fireplace show in the tri-state area, going on at Duccini's Ace Hardware, September 23rd, 24th, and 25th. See real working natural gas fireplaces, hot little numbers to keep you warm all winter long. And natural gas is your best energy value. Meet fireplace manufacturer reps. See the Holland Grill, perfect for cooking all year long. Bring your burning questions to Duccini's huge fireplace show starting September 23rd, 9 a.m. Get tremendous savings with special prices for this show only. Duccini Ace Hardware, East 26th at McKinley.
The used car commitment. That's what you'll find behind a gray fence at Street Track and Trail in Conneaut Lake. Is it a different way of doing business? You bet. For starters, the commitment sticker in the window of each vehicle clearly shows the improvements we've made and other important information. Each of our selected used cars, trucks, and vans comes with a warranty and state inspections at no charge for as long as you own the vehicle. The used car commitment. You'll only find it at Street Track and Trail in Conneaut Lake, where the used cars are so good, we have to fence them in.
Garrett Rapcho, Jim LaCorchick, 5:54 left to play, 3rd quarter, and the Vincent fans try to urge their defense on a stop here. It is 3rd and 12. There they are, and they have come in force here in their red and black. Owens, play action fake. Benjamin's wide open in the flats, 45, 40, 35-yard line, close to a 1st down as he gets to the 33. Benjamin just kind of sneaked out into the flats. Lamar Owens got him the football, and he went about 13 yards before Brad Orlando made the stop.
It's going to be 4th and short, Gary, but a well-designed screenplay to Roosevelt Benjamin. I just can't believe that Roosevelt Benjamin can get the ball without any Vincent defenders around him. You can see Benjamin after the pass picking up very good yardage.
Well, you couldn't see it too well on that replay. We hope to get it a little bit better than that. It is a 4th down and 1. The ball is at the 34-yard line as Central moves up to the line of scrimmage. 4th down and 1. I formation. Lamar Owens will take it himself, plows forward, and has the 1st down. He just followed his big center, number 65, Jamie Burgos, a 5'9", 255-pound junior, up the middle and got 2 yards and a 1st down.
Gary, Owens has tremendous leg strength on that quarterback sneak as an injured Colonel is on the ground. That's Quincy Jones. One of the another two-way performer for the Colonel. So if you lose him, you lose 2 players.
That is Joe Buffalino out there concerned with that. By the way, tonight's dinner for the staff and crew was provided by Subway. Subs and salads made by sandwich artists right before your eyes. Subway, 16 locations in northwestern Pennsylvania.
And the Colonel staff looking at Quincy Jones's knee, and I'm waiting for strong Vincent basketball coach Andy Sassini to come bounding out of the stands and look at his knee. As Quincy Jones, also an outstanding cager for the Colonels, a cagey Colonel.
A cagey Colonel indeed. Hey, by the way, for a complete in-depth analysis of tonight's game and all the hot sporting action around the region and the nation, read the Saturday Weekender. Home delivered, the Weekender is all you need to keep up with the times. We have a break in the action, Jim. We're going to take a break here with a player down on the field. 14-7 in favor of Central. We'll be right back.
So I met this girl. I asked her to dinner and a movie. She asked, what do you have in mind? So I said,
Make it a blockbuster night and a border night too. Go to Taco Bell, buy tacos or burritos and a medium drink. Get a free blockbuster video. 2-for-1 rental and Taco Bell food. Make it a blockbuster night and a border night too.
hurry and get a coupon for a 2-for-1 blockbuster video rental when you buy food and a medium drink at Taco Bell.
Cross the border.
Welcome to Slippery Rock University. Our job is to help you achieve your academic and professional goals. We'll support you with the very best academic services and a nationally recognized career services program. Small classes allow our faculty to work closely with you. And we're always available to talk after class. At Slippery Rock, you'll have unique opportunities for internships and international experiences. You and your families worked hard to get you here. Slippery Rock University will enable you to succeed.
Hey, tonight after the game, stay tuned for Picket Fences, followed by the Newswatch Night Beat with Scott Bremner, and then Sports Watch 35 at 11:20. The show with David Letterman then follows immediately after the game tonight. 31-yard line, first down and 10 for Central. We'll update the Quincy Jones injury situation in just a moment. Here's the pitch to Carson, running to his left, 30, breaks a tackle, 25, and a good move forward to the 24-yard line. He got about 6 yards on the play before the stop is made.
Carson continues, Gary, to use his blockers so well. That time he ran behind Ken Nixon, a 6'3", 260-pound junior. I'd run behind him, too. You can see right now Carson just looking, reading his blockers, and that was Nixon at the bottom of the screen making the good block.
All right, second down, we'll call it 3. A long 4, perhaps, just inside the 25-yard line. Central with 4 minutes to play, leading 14-7 in the third quarter. Deep pitch to Carson, looking for room. 25-20, bounces to the outside, 15, 10-5, touchdown, Chuck Carson. He broke it to the outside. Chucky Carson with a touchdown with 3:56 to play in the third quarter, and another touchdown for number 2 of the Falcons.
Gary, he said he was going to have a nice touchdown run for the fans, and what he's been doing it all evening is keeping it inside, and he bounced it outside this time. Nobody was home, and Carson scores easily, and that's just natural ability.
All right, and so Central now has taken a 20-7 lead with 3 minutes and 56 seconds to play, and there is the man of the hour, Chuck Carson. So Benjamin has scored twice, once via the kickoff return, a reception from Lamar Owens, the second touchdown for Central, and now Chucky Carson puts his name in the scorebook with an nifty run that has them ahead 20-7 with 3:56 to play. By the way, after tonight's game, you can join Jim Lekorchik for Flagship 1330's Roadhouse wrap-up show. We'll be talking live about tonight's game. Always looking forward to that up at the Roadhouse restaurant, Jim.
So am I, Gary.
And, hey, look across the street, Jim. It's Carpet Craftsman. They are Erie's largest carpet installation company. And you know what it has now? Guess what?
Erie's largest carpet installation company now has, dare I repeat, a showroom open to the public. Stop in tomorrow between 10 and 4 and see me for your best deal at Carpet Craftsman. I'm excited. I'll be there 9:45.
You see the location there at the stadium, and you see number 56, Joe Byers, the man down on the field, as Joe Buffalino and his coaching staff looking a bit concerned at the moment, not only with the injury, but also with the score. 20-7, and they got their third touchdown, did the Falcons, on this run by Chucky Carson.
Again, Gary, you see how all night he's been keeping it inside, and this time he bounced it outside, went in untouched. Great run by Chucky Carson.
There he is, number 2. And as you alluded to earlier in our broadcast, Jim, we had a chance to talk to him kind of hanging out before the game, ready to do our 6 o'clock newscast. Just a delightful young man. His brother, Randy, his younger brother, a sophomore, which has equally as much talent as he does. And it's a Carson family full of athletic ability, no question about it.
And Byers being helped off the field by a few strong Vincent players as Silvaggi comes in to attempt the extra point. His first kick was blocked by Andy Tamlin straight up the middle.
Benjamin will hold on the extra point attempt. Ball is down, kick is up. This one is good as it splits the upright. 21-7, 3:56 to go, third quarter. We'll be right back on our game of the week.
Every custom-made, easy-to-clean replacement window from Windows Unlimited is sale price. Now through the end of this month, there's no down payment and no payment for 90 days for qualified buyers. Plus, when you buy 8 or more windows, you'll receive a beautiful storm door at no extra charge. Choose from the latest custom-made window designs, and Windows Unlimited will custom design payments to fit your budget. Visit the showroom at West 8th and Conqua or call 866-WINDOWS and order from Windows Unlimited now.
Windows Unlimited.
A sense of prestige, performance, and pride guides Clarion University's strong heritage of teaching, scholarship, and service to the region since 1867. Clarion University's strengths can be found in its faculty and a commitment to quality teaching and professional development. Programs and services which effectively prepare students for living and working in the 21st century, and responsiveness to regional needs which enhance our quality of life. Clarion University, a reason to be proud. 1-800-672-7171.
Next week, Cathedral Prep and Altoona right here at Veterans Stadium on our Game of the Week. Kickoff is a good one. It will drive Orlando back to his 10, brings it up over the 20, and then is leveled by the Central defense. The cover team, not too bad of a job for the Falcons that time, and they will take over somewhere in the vicinity of their 22-yard line. Central going 70 yards in 12 plays. That was Romansky who ran the football back for the Colonels. But the Falcons going 70 yards on 12 plays, a 24-yard touchdown run. And you see the coverage, a good job by the Central Falcons.
Really great coverage. I'll tell you, head-on hit, and he drove the Colonel runner straight back. I believe that was Don Johnson for the Falcons.
All right, so
Jamal
Vincent down by 2 touchdowns, going to work. Here comes Orlando on a misdirection play across the 25 to the 26-yard line. We are under 3.5 minutes to play here in quarter number 3, and Vincent trailing 21-7. They led in this game at one point 7-6. After Roosevelt Benjamin took the opening kickoff 90 yards for a touchdown, missed the extra point, it was blocked. Vincent drives downfield after a couple of fumbles mixed in there, and then scored and took a 7-6 lead. But since that point, Central has had control at least offensively.
Yeah, Gary, if Vincent doesn't drive and score a touchdown, I'll tell you what, I don't think they can win the game.
21-7, single setback behind Myotis, who has the ability to put the ball up. And he will do that right now. He flings it on the far side. It's up for grabs, and it is almost intercepted by Lamar Owens. He was fighting for the ball and came down with it in his hands and couldn't catch it or couldn't hold on to it. Donnie Tatum, number 2 for Vincent, was the intended receiver.
Gary, I'm not sure if it was 2 or 21. You're going to see 2 receivers in the area, and the ball just thrown up for grabs.
That was Brad Orlando, number 21. Tatum was right behind him. Owens is the one who knocked the ball away for Central. 3rd down and 5.
I didn't know if Orlando was number 2A and Tatum was number 2 on that play. Both receivers in the same area.
Here's Myotis under center. He'll take the snap. He'll throw. It is caught, and it is a first down for the Colonels across the 35 to the 37-yard line. That is Mark McIntyre, hit by Lamar Owens and Chris Moss, number 3. But it is a first down, and they have been most successful with those quick hitters, Jim.
Gary, little indecision on the Central defense. Tamlin goes in motion, and that opens it up for McIntyre as 2 Falcon players went with Tamlin, the fullback, in motion.
Here's another look at it. He tried to find the seam between the linebackers.
Joe Buffalino has had great success with that play ever since he coached at East.
Here we go from the 37, 1st and 10. Little inside handoff. It's Brad Orlando who has the football, crosses the 40, gets to the 41, and Roosevelt Benjamin, number 22, as well as Mike Hughes, number 74, coming off the pile after making the stop for Central.
Gary, a double handoff, and I thought Orlando had a lot more running room than that. A good defensive play by the Central player saved, I think, a huge gain.
Joe Tarasovich has pulled out a few trick plays here. The opening kickoff was a reverse that Benjamin took for 90 yards. And then Chucky Carson threw a pass on a halfback option play. Here's Tatum, faking the second handoff this time, then gets racked as he gets to the 49. And it's Jamal Stewart, number 42, who gets up after a big hit. He loves it.
He's been having some big hits as you'll see Stewart just stay home, come up and greet Tatum and hit him to the ground.
Lamar Owens also came up to help out on the play. Ball's at the 42, 3rd down and 6. A minute 20 on a rolling clock left to play here in the 3rd quarter. and it is a 21-7 lead in favor of the Central Falcons.
Gary, I think again maybe you'll see Tamlin go in motion. It's kind of a read. If the linebackers go with him, he'll hit McIntyre. If they don't, he may look for Tatum or give it to pass it out to Tamlin.
Bottom of your screen is Tatum and Don Orlando. Myotis, play action fake, looking to throw. Throws, and it is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. Was it intercepted? It was. Lamar Owens, number 5, comes up with it, diving on the ground at the 50-yard line. And a big defensive play by the Falcons of Central. The quarterback turned defensive back comes up big.
Gary, you'll see Myotis with plenty of time, rolls out, has a man open, but Owens just beats the Colonel receiver to the ball. And I'll tell you what, they're just out hustling Strong Vincent right now.
Next Saturday, by the way, we'll be back here at Veterans Stadium. We'll take a look at the Cathedral Prep Ramblers for the first time. We'll have a big game with Cincinnati Moeller tomorrow. They'll be matched with the Mountain Lions of Altoona right here at Veterans Stadium, 6 o'clock kickoff. And as the play begins, the referee whistles it dead and flags are thrown. There's 32 seconds to play in the third quarter. A 21-7 lead in favor of Central, who led 14-7 at the half.
Gary, that previous pass wasn't that bad of a pass by Myotis. It was just a tremendous defensive play by Owens, who got a great break on the ball and got position.
Central, by the way, we've seen them make some big plays in the past. We had their game here against Meadville last Saturday night. We were here watching them against East. They've had some big plays, but I think tonight it's been most impressive the way they've been able to grind out some yardage and put together some big drives.
Surprised we didn't have Montour game.
Here's the handoff. No, Lamar Owens keeps it, pitches it to Chucky Carson, and he's hit in the backfield. Nice play by the Vincent defense. The pursuit was there as the third quarter rolls to a close. 21-7 in favor of Central. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter from Veterans Stadium in just a moment.
And good time, make it the Roadhouse Restaurant. Great food cooked just the way they used to on the range over a real wood-burning fire. USDA prime steaks, chicken, seafood served up smoking hot by our gang. And if you like onion rings, you'll love ours stacked high on a stick. You'll hear them coming from miles around. Start it all off with a trailblazing mug from our saloon, have some peanuts, and come ready to eat. The Roadhouse Restaurant in the Mill Creek Mall.
I'm Gary Drapcho along with Jim Lekorchik. Jim Larkin is our floor manager. Tim Mara doing the spotting as usual, and Steve Sensor doing the stats. 12 minutes left to play in this one, Jim, and Central is in control, 21-7.
Yeah, Vincent's going to have to stop him in this next 3 or 4 plays, get the ball back, and then score. Joe Buffalino didn't want to be put in a position where he had to score quickly. Now he is.
As we pick up the action, it is 2nd down and 17 to start the fourth quarter. The ball is at the 43-yard line of the Falcons, and Lamar Owens shows the football, fakes the handoff, flings it out to Benjamin on a quick screen. He's at the 40, breaks a tackle, and then gets to the 45-yard line, but a good deal of pursuit by the Vincent defense, led by Brad Kinnear, prevents Benjamin from getting loose.
Anytime you do that, you've played great defense.
Can't wait to see this guy play basketball this year, Jim. Looking forward to it tremendously.
Oh, absolutely. Boy, I'll tell you, he is impressive.
3rd down, he gained 2 yards on the play, so we'll make it 3rd and 15. And as you see, the ball is marked at the 44-yard line. Vincent within a couple of touchdowns. They need a break here one way or another to get a quick touchdown, either to get a turnover and give their offense maybe 20 or 30 yards to drive for a score, or run one back, something along that nature to get back in the game.
If I was Strong Vincent, I'd certainly know where Roosevelt Benjamin was.
And here he comes on the reverse. Roosevelt Benjamin at the 40, at the 45, still on his feet at midfield. What a great bit of running at the 48-yard line. He's finally tackled. Rick Romansky did the job on him, but just a highlight reel for Roosevelt Benjamin here tonight.
Well, they knew where he was, and it really didn't help that much. You'll see once again Joe Tarasovich goes to the reverse, gets running room for Benjamin. He's hit here. He spins around, breaks a tackle, and picks up another 6 or 7 yards.
Yeah, Mike McIntyre, number 27, as you see on the replay, will make the stop. Well, we're back to live action now. The punt is downed at the 22-yard line, and that is where Vincent will take over 1st and 10. 21-7 in favor of the Falcons. 4th quarter action on our Game of the Week.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Hold on to your butt.
Where extinction ends.
Your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Adventure begins. Universal Pictures presents a Steven Spielberg film, Jurassic Park.
Available October 4th at Giant Eagle. Only $9.95 after a $5 Jell-O mail-in rebate.
I want a new Toyota 4x4.
Can make it happen. We can make it happen.
If you're looking for clearance prices and year-end deals on every tough Toyota truck, we can make it happen now. Save hundreds on every new Toyota 4Runner.
We can make it happen.
Get a Toyota, the #1 truck line in customer satisfaction. Don't wait. Your Toyota dealer can make it happen now.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Veterans Stadium, where it is a 1st and 10 for the Colonels of Strong Vincent, trailing 21-7. And at the 22-yard line, here's the pitch to Donnie Tatum. They need to get him loose. 25-30. Takes a tackler head on and puts his head down and gets up over the 30 and close to a 1st down at the 32. Lamar Owens was the man who met him head on.
Gary Tatum coming into the game averaging 11 yards a carry. Central's done a very good job against him, but that time he hit his average, and he's the man that will have to bring the Colonels up the field quickly if they're going to do it in a hurry.
10 minutes to play in the football game, 21-7 Central. Central has scored 1 touchdown here in the 2nd half after leading 14-7 at halftime. Here's Tatum at the 35, at the 40, and then forced out on the far side of the field by number 2, Chucky Carson. But another good run by Donnie Tatum. Scores of other games on the Taco Bell scoreboard. McDowell has beaten Meadville 15-10. We still have some halftime scores with Girard and Northwestern. I'm sure they're in the 3rd quarter now. And General McLean appears to be well on its way to beating Fairview. We'll try to update those scores, but we do have that final score of McDowell over Meadville tonight by a 15-10 score. We'll be seeing them maybe 3 times in the month of October. Inside handoff to Tatum. Looks for a hole, has a hole at the 45 and picks up a 1st down. Good running by Donnie Tatum. Roosevelt Benjamin made the stop, but Tatum picked his spot and found the yardage to get the 1st down.
Gary, that's kind of a bread and butter play for a wing T team. Just a little crossover with your best running back. It doesn't look like much, but it's so hard to defend if you go with the flow.
Clock continues to roll here. 9 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the football game as Mike Myotis and the offense for the Colonels down by 2 touchdowns. Here's the workhorse Tatum. Almost bobbled it, picked it up, trying to get the corner at the 50, puts a stiff arm on a tackler, a 45-yard line, 42-yard line, and another 1st down. He stiff-armed number 2, Chucky Carson, and then Roosevelt Benjamin got him about 5 yards farther downfield, as we see on the instant replay, a good run.
And an excellent block by the fullback, Rob Dykes, and then Benjamin comes in for a crushing hit.
Another 1st down by the workhorse, Donnie Tatum, who has played both ways here tonight and may be feeling it. He's the man with his hands on his knees, and now the referee has gone over to make sure he's okay. Or they're fixing his helmet, I believe, in the back, making sure it's all right. 41-yard line. Vincent in Central territory, needing a drive, while the Central defense, which has given up only 13 points coming into this game, gave up that early drive to Vincent, but has shut them out since. Single setback behind Myotis. Turns and gives the ball to Orlando at the 40, has a hole at the 35, he's at the 30, another 1st down, spinning to the 28-yard line. Chris Moss making the stop, joined by Roosevelt Benjamin, but they are starting to eke out some huge chunks of yardage here against this Central defense.
Very impressive drive, and you'll see Orlando hit the hole and Benjamin try and strip the ball and then come back and help out on the tackle, but I believe that was for the Falcons. That was Bashawn Stewart, number 6, trying to strip the ball from Orlando.
And they did that a couple of times in the first half. Back to live action. Here comes Tatum. At the 40, at the 35, at the 25, I should say. Diving forward, looking for that first down marker in front of our banner over there at the 20-yard line.
Great effort by Tatum following the blocking of strong Vincent guard Tony Grack, a 5'9", 185-pound junior.
Yeah, Grack is big up there. You've got 280 and 280. Rich Blatt, number 78, is also a big offensive lineman for this Colonels offense. 8:47 to play. Joe Buffalino hoping that his Colonels can get it together here. The coach of the 91 state champion Colonels. Here's the play to Orlando. This time they have him, Lamar Owens, knifing in to make the stop at the 15-yard line. But that is enough for a first down. So Vincent moves the sticks again. 1st and 10 at the Central 15.
Gary, I think every first down on this drive, all they did is pitch to Tatum, let him run left or let him run right. Donnie Tatum really getting some momentum going right now. 10, 11 yards at a crack.
That defense for Central, number 42 is the man in the middle. He is Jamal Stewart. He has had a great game defensively. Tatum's in the slot, the man in motion. Myota's play action fake, throws it wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, strong Vincent. Mike McIntyre, number 27, the 5'9", 175-pound senior with the touchdown catch. He was wide open. There was nobody defending on the play. He beat Roosevelt Benjamin.
And the perfect play to call it, Gary, on first down. The run had been so successful. You don't see a player get open that wide, that near the goal line.
Well, you were saying they were running right, they were running left. All of a sudden, Myotis goes play action, and there's McIntyre all alone in the end zone, and a nice adjustment to the ball. Kick now to try to move the Colonels within 7. It's 21-13. Kick is up, and it is good. 21-14. We've got a ball game. 8:20 to play. The Falcons lead by 7. We'll be right back.
Hey! What? We got all these extra value meals, and they just gave us one price.
Put it on a Big Mac.
Take it down.
Wait a second. Maybe it goes in a quarter pounder with cheese.
Take it up.
Get your choice of McDonald's Big Mac, 2 cheeseburger, quarter pounder with cheese, or McChicken extra value meal, each just $2.99.
What do you think?
Oh, that looks good. Do that.
What?
What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
Indiana University of Pennsylvania is an investment in your future. We offer over 140 majors in undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral level programs. We have smaller classes, one-on-one teaching. We're recognized as a Best Buy university by many of the nation's leading college guidebooks, including Barron's and Money Magazine. Plus, we're rated as one of the 5 safest universities in the country. Strong character development in both academics and athletics. IUP, on the field and the classroom, we know what it takes to make you a winner. IUP, check us out.
That's the Central Band, but on the other side of the field, the Colonel fans are fired up like you wouldn't believe. 21-14, their Colonels have come to within 7 here. There they are. And now they can try to put on a big defensive stop and get the ball back. They only trail by 7. We're going to have a great ending here if the Colonel defense can stop Central.
Gary, the key to that drive is how quick they scored. I thought they'd eat up 5 or 6 minutes, but they didn't. They went 78 yards in just 7 plays.
Here's the boot by Tatum, end over end, and here's Mr. Benjamin at the 11-yard line, 15-20. They meet him at the 25, and down he goes. Romanski is there, as well as number 75, Paul Testrate. And those two bring down Roosevelt Benjamin at the 25-yard line. So no 90-yard kickoff return that time, but the Vincent defense has to get tough.
Gary, I look for Carson to run the ball for Central. Just keep running them wide. They did with such great success. It's going to be up to the Colonel defense to try and keep them from getting them 4 and 5 yards at one rush.
Well, maybe this is where that extra hour of practice that Joe Buffalino put his Colonels through. Now they're going to have to call a timeout, and Lamar Owens is unhappy about it, as they had some miscommunication about things. Somebody was missing in the huddle. Number 42, Jamal Stewart. We're going to go to a commercial right now. When we come back, Central has the football and a 7-point lead.
Get a new hot Honda for less.
For less?
That's right. Get a new Honda for less during Bianchi Honda's model year-end clearance sale. We've received an extra allocation of the popular new Hondas, like the loaded Accord LX for only $239 a month. But that's not all. Get a Civic for only $149 a month. It's model year-end clearance time, and all remaining Hondas gotta go. Now is the best time to buy a Honda during Bianchi's model year-end clearance sale at 5242 Peach Street, Erie.
Unbeatable! Roby's Marina Inn would like to wish both teams the best of luck. We appreciate the patronage from the teams, teachers, and coaches. Don't forget to stop at the Marina Inn at 4th and Liberty for quality food at quality prices.
7:57 left. Jim LaCorchick, I'm Gary Drapcho, and Central with a 7-point lead and the football. They'd like nothing more than to put a drive and run off the clock here.
Fully capable of it, and I'm sure Vincent's going to be looking run all the way. How will Joe Tarasovich play it?
Here we go with Lamar Owens in the backfield. He gives it to the big fullback running straight ahead. That is Jamal Stewart, number 42, and he gets about 3 yards to the 28-yard line. Following his big offensive line, Stewart, a 5'11", 210-pound senior, and has played well defensively for Joe Tarasovich's defense today, running the football offensively. 7.5 minutes to play. 2nd down 7 for Central at its 28-yard line.
Got to keep an eye on Carson wide.
Here's a pitch to Carson. Cuts it back up. Shakes off a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and there's Vincent at the 30. They stop him. Brad Kinnear leading the surge. Number 44 for the Colonels. That is Andy Tamlin.
3rd down should be Roosevelt Benjamin time, I'll tell you that much. But they got him out on a wing. I don't know how they'll get the ball to him. They just may run Carson wide again, but this Colonel defense is definitely ready this trip, Gary.
Vincent fans fired up on the far side of the field as they sense a big play for their defense. It is 3rd down and 5. They trail by 7 with 6 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the football game. Owens sending a man in motion. That is Benjamin. He will go back to throw. He's looking. He's going to heave it down the field. It's for Benjamin. Benjamin has it. Great catch at the 40-yard line. At the 40-yard line. Great catch, Roosevelt Benjamin. And that is a 1st down in strong Vincent territory. Roosevelt Benjamin with another big play.
He beat one of the best. He beat Donnie Tatum. He's behind Donnie Tatum. And Roosevelt Benjamin just making sure he's catching the ball. And after the play, Tatum came over and talked to Brad Orlando. I don't know if he thought he had help deep or not, but you cannot let Roosevelt Benjamin run wild. And I'll tell you right now, you talk about a backbreaker, that was it.
They had him 3rd and 5, and Benjamin got behind the defense and caught the pass that has moved the sticks. 39-yard line. Here's Carson straight ahead, tries to shake off an ankle tackle and gets to the 36 for a gain of 3. And that is Steve Bryan, number 86, for the Colonels of Strong Vincent, who makes the stop on the play. He's a 6'3", 210-pound junior. Clock now under 6 minutes to play. Central trying to hold on to a 21-14 lead. Vincent simply trying to get the ball back and score. The WSEE Player of the Game plaques provided by the sports section of Northwestern Pennsylvania for all your trophy needs, called the sports section. We'll be naming those players towards the end of our broadcast. Here's Owens. Back to throw. Will heave it down the sidelines. Almost intercepted. Benjamin was the intended receiver. Number 3, Theo Hammond, defending on the play. Had he turned an instant sooner, he might have been able to come up with the interception. But Benjamin again, the target. And Benjamin says, send somebody else in. I'm going to take a blow. Edinburgh University of Pennsylvania, a state system of higher education. A university offering a quality education at an affordable cost. Part of our game of the week. Glad you could join us. We've got a dandy. It was 6-0 Central. They took the opening kickoff 90 yards for a touchdown by Roosevelt Benjamin. Missed the extra point. Vincent drove it down the field a bit later in that first quarter. Scored, took a 7-6 lead. Central then scored 2 unanswered touchdowns to lead 21-7. It's now 21-14, and it's now a Central 1st down. Here is Carson. Straight ahead. I should say on 3rd down, Carson straight ahead, trying to get the 1st down, and doesn't do so. He's about a yard or 2 short as he comes up just short of the 30. So big play time in the football game. 4th down, 2 at the 30. They have to get to somewhere in the vicinity of the 28-yard line for a first down. And you see the time left under 5 minutes to play. If Vincent's going to have a stand or a chance offensively to get the ball back and win the football game, they may have to stop the Colonels on this one. 4th and 2, and here we go. Benjamin, the man who's done a lot of damage, bottom of your screen. Straight ahead give, they've stopped him. They stopped him short. Mike McIntyre knifing in, making the play, and the Vincent Colonels take over at the 31st and 10. The second time that Mike McIntyre has done that in the game on 4th down to the Central defense. Wow, nice play by Mike McIntyre, who's already caught a touchdown pass and has made 2 tremendous tackles on 4th down. Late in the first half, on 4th down at the 10-yard line, he tackled Roosevelt Benjamin behind the line of scrimmage. This time, he tackles Jamal Stewart at the line of scrimmage on 4th and 2. So here we go, 4.5 minutes to play. The pitch to Tatum, running to his right. Roosevelt Benjamin has him, and down he goes at the 32-yard line. He got about a yard, maybe 2 yards on the play. But Central's defense now being asked to try to hold the lead. 21-14, 4 minutes, 10 seconds to play. Jim Lekorchik has made his way out of the booth. He's got the Roadhouse wrap-up show ready for you on Flagship 1330. Game being simulcast on Flagship 1330. You can call Jim right after the game to discuss the action here. Here's Orlando, 35, fighting forward to the 36. He'll be about 4 yards short of that first down, and it'll set up a big third down play for Vincent at the 36-yard line. Mike Quarter, Roosevelt Benjamin combining to make the stop. One thing that Vincent has been able to do on key third downs when they put drives together for scores is make the third down pass play. And number 12, Mike Myotis, the quarterback, calling the signal. They just have to come up with another. 3rd and 4. They have to get in the vicinity of the 42-yard line for a first down. They're going to pitch it to Tatum. Tatum trying to turn the corner is not going to make it. That time, the Central defense was ready for him. Number 52 is in there for Central. He is Eric Curlett, and number 6, Bashan Stewart, combined to make the stop on the play. They cut off the run, and now what do you do if you're Joe Buffalino? You've got 2 minutes and 50 seconds to play. You're down 21-14. You're at your own 39-yard line, and you're 4th down and 2. They won't call a timeout and talk about it. They're just going to go for it. Joe Buff has made the call, and Mike Myotis leads the offense up to the line of scrimmage. We'll see if it works. On 4th and 2, the give. Straight ahead to Orlando, fighting his way, tries to stretch the ball, and it's going to be close at the 42-yard line. It is going to be close. The referee's marking it just outside of the 41, and if the ball is there, it is almost right on the sticks from our vantage point. And there you see the referee calling for the chains. Big measurement here. If Vincent doesn't get it, Central runs out the clock and wins the game. If Vincent gets it, they have 2 minutes and 24 seconds to try to tie the game up. First down, strong Vincent by the length of the football. And the Colonels are still alive at the 41-yard line. They made it by the length of the football at the 41, 1st and 10. Great second effort by Brad Orlando, stretching forward when he knew he was going to be tackled and picking up the necessary foot to get the first down. Myotis pitches to Tatum, trying to turn the corner at the 40, at the 45, diving forward across midfield to the 48-yard line. Chucky Carson cut his feet out from under him, but Donnie Tatum with another big effort and nearly a first down. Take a look at it again. Carson will turn the corner, and then watch this effort trying to go after the first down marker. I think he came up about a yard short. Central now will take a timeout defensively with 2:02 left on the clock. Try to regroup. The last time Vincent had the football, they drove 78 yards on 7 plays. They scored on a pass play of 15 yards from Myotis to McIntyre. The extra point made it 21-14. Now they have the ball again. Hey, the Metro League Game of the Week brought to you by Taco Bell, Cross the Border, and by Indiana University of Pennsylvania. What a game. And nobody is leaving. There's the Vincent band, far side of the field. They have been fired up. I have a cousin Mary who works in the library at Strong Vincent. It was red and black day there at Strong Vincent. They were fired up, she said, and they came fired up. 2 minutes and 2 seconds left. 21-14 in favor of Central, and Strong Vincent with a second down and about a yard to go just inside Central territory at the 49-yard line. Myotis has a play to waste here if he wants to do something with it. No, they'll play action fake, and they're going to try to throw it deep. Looking up is Tatum. Did he get it? Yes! At the 15-yard line, he makes the catch. No, it's incomplete. The referee says no, incomplete. Ouch. Almost a big play. And as you see it on instant replay, he came down with it on the ground, and he went right through his arms, incomplete. Good call. Because he came down on the ground with it in his hands, but as he was going to the ground, it bounced off the turf, as you saw on our instant replay, bounced right back into his hands. No question, it was an incomplete pass. 3rd down and 1. And as expected, Joe Buffalino did waste one on that 2nd and 1 play, trying to go deep. Now 3rd and 1 with 1:51 remaining. They give the ball to number 44, running to his right, getting a first down, and moving the sticks for Strong Vincent as he gets to the 42-yard line. Andy Tamlin, who also plays defense very well as a linebacker, put in at that fullback position to pick up the first down, which he did. 42-yard line is where they mark the football. The clock is running. 1:40 to play. Vincent quickly up to the line of scrimmage. They trail 21-14. Myotis to Tatum. Tatum tries to cut it back inside. Mistake, because Roosevelt Benjamin was there to meet him at the 40. Eric Curlett, number 52, also laid the leather to him. If Tatum takes that to the outside, he might pick up a first down. But Vincent now will take a timeout with 1:27 to play and the ball at the 40-yard line and a 2nd down and 8. Well, I'll tell you, we have had an action-packed game from the moment we kicked it off, and Roosevelt Benjamin on a reverse handoff from Chucky Carson took it 90 yards for a touchdown. Myotis has thrown a touchdown pass. Carson has scored on a run play. We've had a 1-yard touchdown run by Rob Dykes of Strong Vincent. We've had some great efforts by Donnie Tatum, Chucky Carson. Jamal Stewart has been all over the place defensively for Central, as well as his linebacker counterpart for the Colonels, Andy Tamlin. And it is going to be hard to pick players of the game and plays of the game, folks. But we've got some ideas. We still got 1:27 to go. It's a close one. 21-14 in favor of Central. At the 40-yard line, here we go. Single setback is Tamlin, and he is in motion. Myotis takes the snap, wants to throw, fires it down the middle. It is caught at the 30, at the 25, at the 20. That is Mark McIntyre inside the 20 at the 18-yard line for Strong Vincent. Chris Moss came up and caught his feet out from under him. But again, the slant play by Myotis. He turned, he faked the handoff, he took 3 steps back and drilled it, as you see, to Mark McIntyre. But guess what, folks? Guess what? If you're a Vincent fan, the penalty is going to hurt them. Where did that flag come from? They're going to move the football back. Wow, what a big call here. They would have had the ball at the 15-yard line, and instead they're going to move the ball all the way back to the 48. It was holding against Strong Vincent. So for a moment, we had the Colonel set up for possibly the tying score, and then the referee said, wait a minute, and Joe Buffalino is beside himself. That makes it 2nd down and 18 after the 10-yard penalty. The ball is at the 48-yard line, and Myotis fumbles the snap. It's down on the football. Who's got it? Central has recovered. They're saying they have. The referee's waiting to unpile them. No, they say 3rd down. Vincent got it back. So all sorts of things happening there. 1:05 to play. And it comes down to a 3rd and 18 at the 48-yard line. Tatum, by the way, 96 yards, 18 carries tonight. He has been the workhorse for the Colonels. But the clock continues to run. Under a minute now to play. 55 seconds. The ball's at the 48-yard line. and Mike Myotis turns and calls a timeout. On 3rd and 18, Vincent will take a timeout. Time now to do our rock-solid play of the game, and it's being brought to you by Slippery Rock University. Opening kickoff we had earlier tonight. Chucky Carson would take it, and watch him turn it to Roosevelt Benjamin. And then with the entire cover team on the other side of the field, Benjamin will go 90 yards for a touchdown. That's the way this exciting game began, with a 90-yard Roosevelt Benjamin kickoff return for a touchdown. And that is our rock-solid play of the game, courtesy of Slippery Rock University. The situation for Joe Buffalino is a 3rd and 18 with 48 seconds to play. All we can do is simply see what Joe Buffalino has up his sleeve with 48 seconds to play. What a monumental holding penalty against Strong Vincent. They would have had the ball, I believe, at the 15-yard line, and a 1st and 10 with about a minute to play. Myotis straight back to throw. Looking, sets up a screen to Tatum. Tatum trying to find his blockers, is hit behind the line of scrimmage, and down he goes back at the 45. Mike Porter was not fooled. Number 33, he just simply blew through the blocking of the attempted screen pass to Tatum, blew through the blocking, and dropped Tatum for a loss. You'll see it on the instant replay. Tatum was in trouble the minute he caught the football. There was a troop forcing the play inside, and there was Porter there to make the tackle. Good crowd staying on hand here as we will announce our players of the game. The WSEE player of the game on the central side is Roosevelt Benjamin. You saw he was part of our rock-solid play of the game. Roosevelt Benjamin, our player of the game, number 22. You see him as part of that defense. He has been all over the place defensively, but more importantly, he has caught a touchdown pass. He ran the 90-yard touchdown back, and he has been Mr. Big Play in this ball game for Central tonight. Congratulations to Roosevelt Benjamin. We'll be telling you our Vincent player of the game in just a moment. Mike Myotis has a 4th and 25 with 35 seconds remaining, and the Colonels of Vincent trailing 21-14. One last play, one last hope. They give it to Tatum. Tatum wants to throw. He'll throw it to Myotis. Myotis is open at the 35, at the 30, the 25. First down, Vincent at the 18-yard line. Chris Moss made the play. Oh, my, what a play. They gave it to Donnie Tatum. He threw it back to Mike Myotis, wide open on the near side of the field. And with 26 seconds to play, Vincent will be set up at the 19-yard line. The clock runs. Myotis up to the line of scrimmage. Takes the snap. Hands it to Tatum. Here comes Tatum at the 20. 15. Tatum cuts it back and is tackled at the 11-yard line. 10 seconds to play. The clock rolls. 7 seconds to play. Vincent trying to set up. 4 seconds to play. They're not going to do it. The clock has run out. Vincent didn't get a playoff. Central has won. 21-14. What an ending. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 21-14 Central. Our player of the game on the